Hey y'all, it's Felicia here, and I'm here with Bryce and Aria, and we're gonna tell y'all how our baby was born to back that thing up. Alright, so this is Aria. Aria will be 9 months on the 18th, so in a few days. She is not filming the video right now. Okay, but anyway, so fast forward, rewind to 2019. It was July.
Yeah.
And I found out that I was pregnant.
And I was not even in the country.
Yes, I was home alone. I'm home alone. Bryce is in Mexico.
Yeah, I'm in Mexico. I'm on a mission trip. And it was crazy. I think I'm about to go. Well, Tab was like, when y'all gonna have kids? And I was like, man, I don't know. So anyways, I didn't know nothing at this time.
You didn't know. So let me tell y'all what I was doing. I had joined, we went on our anniversary trip. And we came back and I was like, okay, I gotta get my life together. I ate way too much on this cruise.
Sheesh, man.
And so me and my friend Jasmine, we joined Camp Gladiator. So if anybody knows Camp Gladiator, this is like real deal workouts. So it's Texas in July. So it's like 100 degrees, 5 o'clock in the evening. We're like out there sweating, going hard for an hour, okay? Not something you should do when you're pregnant, probably. But I didn't know. So Bryce is in Mexico. I am home alone. And I'm just like, okay, I've been home alone for like 3 days. So I'm like, I'm gonna go stay with my sister because I was getting scared. Staying by myself. So anyway, let's see. I was just like, I do not feel good. I feel so nauseous. And I do not throw up. Like, I haven't thrown up since I was like 12. Like, I just don't do that. So I was like, why am I so nauseous? Like, what is going on? So I was like, okay, whatever. Maybe it was something I ate. I don't know. So fast forward to Bryce gets home and we take a test and it says, no, we take a test and it's like the lines. Yeah. So it's one whole line and one like
little line.
So I was like, is that a whole line?
Yeah.
Say yes or no. So we take another test and it's the lines again. And I was like, okay, now this one looked clear. But I was like, I don't believe.
But look, so like what happened was, being the proactive person that I am, I had like ordered these things off Amazon. So like they were like it was like
we weren't trying to have a baby.
Nah,
but we weren't trying not to have a baby.
Yeah, so like I had ordered these things up because man, pregnancy tests like a lot, bro, and I wasn't trying to be dropping that little $10.
So basically, he bought these little like test strips,
and they were like,
and I was like, I don't believe this. Like, I need a real
Amazon, bro.
Test, a real one.
So
only Bryce would buy something like that.
Yeah, man, but we had got like it was like 100 or something. I forgot how much. It was a lot of them, but yeah, we used them, and I was like, what is that?
I don't trust it. So I was like, I need a real digital test that says the word on it. So we take one, and it says pregnant. And then I take another one, and it says pregnant. And I take another one, and it says pregnant. I think I took like 5 tests, just to be sure. So anyway.
Are the real ones, the $10 ones. Anyways, proceed.
Anyway, so I called my sisters, I think. Did I call my mom first? No, I called my sisters first because I was like, I want it to be a surprise, like, let me find a cute way on Pinterest to announce this to everybody. But I was like, I gotta tell somebody. No, he was like, he got to tell somebody.
I know who we told first, but I'm not
Who did we tell first?
The Wyatts.
We did?
We did. Cause I FaceTime Dedrick and Jasmine.
For real?
Yeah.
I told my sisters first.
No,
I FaceTimed them while I was
I think we FaceTime. No, I think the Wyatts were like
we told them after we told his parents.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think that's how. I don't know.
I called my sisters. I sent them a picture of the pregnancy test, and they were like, "Oh my God, for real?" So then I was like, "I'm not gonna tell my mom. I wanted like it to be a surprise for her, some kind of way. I don't know. I did, yeah." So what happened? So we called his parents, and how did we tell them? We sent them a picture.
Yeah, I think we sent them a picture. I don't remember, honestly.
And his mom was like, "Somebody's pregnant. Who?" But who is it? Like, who else would it be? But anyway, so then I like sent my mom like a coming soon baby onesie for her to like find out. But anyway, fast forward past all of that. So we get to about 7 months. It's January. I am teaching 6th grade, and I didn't have like much. I didn't have any morning sickness really. Like no like pregnancy. What do you call those?
Symptoms.
There you go. I guess I don't know. But anyway, like I was fine. Like I was just hungry and tired all the time. But that was
bro. I think it was like pickles, like those
oh yeah,
pickles,
I did
bro.
have cravings. I liked the little itty bitty gherkin pickles.
And I'll be sneaking them things too. Like late at night, I'll be.
And don't let me want one. I didn't have one, because he was going to give me one. That and what did I like? Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
Cereal. That was it. But anyway, past all that, we get to 7 months, and this little girl is like doing the most. I was so uncomfortable. Like most people, like made that last month. I got to 7 months, and I was just like,
and
I'm not gonna make it.
And her personality has persisted and stayed the same since.
It's like she wants what she wants when she wants it, and that's how she acted in my stomach. Like she would not move. If I drank anything, she would kick my bladder because it was in her space. Like she was all about getting what she wanted.
Yeah. Anyway,
so we get to 7 months, and I am having contractions, like real ones. So I am on my way to work, right? So this is like 8 months now. I'm on my way to work. This is the end of February. So I'm on my way to work, and I'm like, my back is killing me today, right? So, no. Before that, I got to work one day. It was like one day.
Or took you to the doctor?
Right? I don't know. We went to the doctor, and they're like, "Oh, she's like right there, right?" She was like down in place. So this is like the beginning of 8 months. She's in place. She's like ready to go, right? And so the doctors, they tell me they gave me some kind of like test or something. They're like, I think she weighs like 10 pounds now. And I was like,
10 pounds?
What? Like, she got to come out right now. And I was like, there is no way my baby weighs 10 pounds. So, I don't even remember what that was. But anyway, come to find out, she was like 7 pounds. So it's like, okay, thank the Lord. But, so I'm on my way to work, and I'm at work one day. It's like 2 o'clock. I've got like one more class left, and I'm just having a terrible day. And I'm just like, my back is hurting, and I think I'm just gonna go home, right? So I'm like, get my stuff together. Let me split my classes. I'm leaving. So I get everything together, and I leave, and I come home, get in bed. Bryce comes home, and I'm like, I feel horrible. My back is hurting. Like, something's not right. And I was like, she's not moving. Like, we need to go to the doctor, right? So we go to the doctor, and they're like, she's there, but she's not ready to come out, right? Now, mind you, in all of this, my doctor is gone on vacation for 2 weeks.
Right, bro.
So,
like out of all the times for you to go on vacation, and this is pre-COVID. This is like right. And side note, this is like right when COVID.
This is in COVID,
like
but we don't know about it.
We knew about it, but we didn't know. Like it wasn't. We'll get to that part later.
Okay.
Proceed.
So, my doctor's out of town, and I'm like, don't let my baby come, but something's not right. So, we get to the doctor, they give me an IV, all this stuff, and they're like, she's she's good, she's fine, she's not ready to come out, we're gonna try to keep her in till your doctor gets back. So I'm like, okay. So then maybe like 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
now mind you, my baby shower is in March, and I'm like, if I could just get to my baby shower, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
My baby shower is March 14th, okay? So this is like February 26th, I will not forget this. I go to work, and I'm like, my back is killing me on the way to work. I get to work like right before my kids are about to come into my classroom, and I'm like, something's not right. Like, my stomach feels super heavy, my back is killing me. And I tell my coworker, and she's like, that sounds like contractions, Felicia. And I was like, for real? I was just like, and she was like, are they coming often? And I was like, well, I had one in the car, and then I had one like after I put my stuff down, so like 15 minutes apart. And she was like, you need to be on the way to the doctor like right now. So now mind you, I'm like walking into work, and I'm like barely moving my feet. Like, everybody's like, you should have probably stayed at home. Like, what's wrong with you? So I go to the office, my literacy specialist, she comes and she was like, I'll take you to the doctor. There's no way you can drive. You're having contractions right now. So I am sitting in the break room, and everybody's talking about like, Felicia's in labor. You know, like, it's like a buzz around school. And my principal comes in, and she was like, what are you doing? Like 15 minutes apart, you need to be at the doctor. And I'm like, I don't know what a contraction feels like. So I'm like, okay, so I call Bryce. I'm like, okay, my coworker is taking me to the doctor. I think Ari's coming today. So
Pause. So I'm already at work, right? So my kids are in the class. So she calls me, and I get this call, and I'm just like, mind you, I never miss, like, I had already planned on taking some time off. We'll get to that later, but I had already planned on taking some time off.
Bryce doesn't take off work.
But so the kids were in there. I called my principal. I said, "Hey, the baby is coming." I said, "Miss Wright, the baby is coming." I like jetted out of the building. I'm in the Focus. So I'm not in the Mustang. I'm in the Focus. I get to the hospital in like 10 minutes from. If you're in Houston, I'm on West Road and 45. I get to the Woodlands Hospital in 10 minutes at 8 o'clock in the morning. At 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna let you just put that in perspective. And I'm in the hospital, like inside, in 10 minutes. So
I have, now mind you, I've got like my birth plan already. I got my bag packed. I was ready to go any day, right? So we get there, they hook me up to the IV, all this fun stuff, and they're like, she's not coming. But you don't need to go to work anymore. So now I'm like, stay at home. So it's kind of like bed rest, but not really. So I'm like, okay, so no more work. I'm stuck at home, and I can't drive anymore. And he's at work on West Road, more than 10 minutes away.
Right.
And so I'm just at home doing nothing, sitting bored, FaceTiming him like he's not at work.
For real, she still do that. I mean, she don't do that.
Shut up. Anyway, so I make it to my baby shower, right? And this was like, okay, my baby shower is what time? 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all about that. That's another story about my makeup artist. My appointment was at 12, and she didn't do my face
We'll get there
till
on another
3.
day. We'll get there on another day.
But anyway, so I get through my baby shower. That's the 14th. My doctor gets back in town on the 20th. It is the 17th of March. I go to the doctor, and they're like, she's here, she's down, she's in place, she's ready. We'll probably have to induce you, right? Because, so I had gestational diabetes, and so I had to do these scans every week just to like make sure when I had contractions, she was fine. And So they're like, okay, we're probably gonna not let you go past 38 weeks. So they're like, okay, we'll take the baby on, was it Wednesday?
Yeah, I think it's like Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, yeah. So it was a Wednesday.
One of those days.
And go to the doctor. I had another doctor, Dr. McKelvey, who is
super cool, man.
absolutely the best.
He's like
hilarious.
the coolest. Like, don't say no offense to my light skinned people, but he's like the coolest white dude I've ever met, man.
So my doctor's still out of town on vacation, and they're like, okay, well, Dr. McKelvey, I had gone to like 2 appointments with him, so I knew him. But they're like, we'll take her tomorrow. So you get to the hospital at 7 o'clock, and yeah, we'll take her. We'll induce you, and we'll just let it happen how it happens, right? So we get to the hospital. It is March 18th. 7 a.m. They come and break my water at 7:15. And like I start having contractions, I'm dilating, all this kind of stuff, but it's not really happening quickly.
At all.
And so Dr. McKelvey is like, I'll be by at 9.
Bro, this dude,
9 o'clock.
This dude ain't come
like
at all, man. And I'm like, bro.
I had a nurse, she like left. It was a new nurse, new shift. It's maybe about noon. They're like, Dr. McKelvey will be here at 12:30. At 12:30, no Dr. McKelvey.
Bro.
So
he on CP time for real, man.
They're like, you're dilated a good little bit, maybe like 5, 6 inches or something. So they're like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and give you your epidural. So
that part, I didn't like that part because they made me like leave the room.
Yes, everybody had to get out. And it was just me and the nurse and the person that gives you the epidural. So they do that. That's at 1 o'clock. So because I had gestational diabetes, they had the scanner on me where they were like making sure her heart rate was good when I had contractions, all that kind of stuff. So maybe it's like 4 o'clock. Now, mind you, this is like the start of COVID getting kicked up.
Yeah.
So
everybody couldn't come in.
My mom was there, but she had to leave at 6. So visiting hours were over at 6. So of course she's hoping that she comes before then so she can be there, but it's not happening. So basically, I get to 7.5 inches dilated, centimeters dilated.
I say inches.
And
huh?
What? Shut up. So Ari is like 8 pounds, okay? I'm not a big person, like I'm 5'2", so she's like stuffed in there, like there's no wiggle room at this point because she's 8 pounds, right? So maybe we get to about 5:30 and we're watching Wheel of Fortune. My mom is there, Bryce is there, they're talking, they're eating. I can't eat.
Hey man,
and at this point, I'm like, I've had my epidural and I am feeling pain. Like this, I feel like somebody is cutting me in half right now. So I'm like, is this a contraction? And I'm like, why do I feel it? Because I had my epidural. Like everybody else is like, oh, I didn't feel anything. Like the baby just slid out, no pain, nothing. And I'm just like, wait, I need y'all to turn this TV off. I need everybody to be quiet because I'm in pain. So then I like make Bryce come and like hold my hand. I like squeeze his hand. And I'm like, why am I feeling contractions? Because, like...
You're not supposed to feel it.
I'm not supposed to feel anything. So now it's like 6:30. My mom has to leave. She's like disappointed because she's not here. I'm still at 7.5 centimeters. And now they're telling me that Ari is like getting tired. And I'm like, what does that mean? So, mind you, the doctor was supposed to come at 9:30, at 12:30. Then they told me he would be there at 4. I still haven't seen him. Now, behind the scenes, there are like 4 other people having babies the same day, same time. Yeah. So that's where he was, delivering other babies. But, so now they're like, Ari's tired. So I'm feeling contractions. they're saying that she's tired, which means like her heart rate is slowing down because she's trying to
Get
move
out.
down
Yeah.
to come out, but she doesn't have any space because she's 8 pounds, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get nervous now because I'm like, what's going on? Like, why am I not dilating anymore? Like, what's happening? So what time is it? It's maybe like
8 or 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Dr. McKelvey comes in and he's like, hey, I've been waiting on y'all or something. And I was just like,
And
don't
I was
play
like,
with me
I
right
was
now.
like, my dude. And I think I even said something like, bro. I was like, bro.
This is
come on,
not
man.
the time. Number one, because I'm having contractions every 2 minutes, but I'm not dilated enough for her to come out, and she has no room. She's getting tired. And I'm like, my mom's not here. I'm scared. He's nervous, trying to act like he's not.
Gangster, dog. Ain't gonna lie to you,
But
man.
he is. And so now we're like, okay, so Dr. McKelvey comes in, the anesthesiologist comes in, and the nurse comes in.
So pause. So
I'm going to let Bryce take it
so
over.
this part, because she was gonna have it like natural, right? I guess
Not
that's
natural,
or not
but-
natural, but you know, the regular way, right?
A vaginal birth.
That one.
That
So we were stuck on that, right? So this thing about birth plans, all right? Like you can have a birth plan is like life. You can plan out as much as you want to, but like you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff can change in an instant. So of course that day something changed. So Dr. McKee, it was like 3 of them just walked in and they're like, so this is what's gonna happen. We can either keep trying or we can do a C-section. But you're probably going to want to do the C-section. And mind you, when they come in, they're already dressed up for the C-section.
Yeah.
So it's like we didn't even have we had a choice, but it was like, bro, come on, dog. Like,
So the anesthesiologist like comes in with his like cap on and like putting the covers on his shoes, and I'm like, so I don't really have an option though.
right?
So he's like, okay, we're gonna let y'all discuss it, and I'm like, we don't have a choice. at
Y'all
this
already
point,
dressed
right?
up.
So I'm like, oh Lord, this is not a part of my birth plan. Like,
Right.
I told him I wanted music playing, I wanted the lights dim, I wanted my husband nearby.
Mind you, we said we'll get to this part too. My bad, go.
So now at 8 o'clock, the anesthesiologist, I think that's who it is, that he came and like bolstered, that's the word he used, my epidural, right? So basically like he gave me more medicine so I wouldn't feel the contractions, which I still felt them,
Bro.
but not as bad.
So
So he was like, I can't give you any more. Like, I've given you all that you can get. And I'm like, but I still feel the contractions though. But anyway, so they're like, okay, we're going to roll you out, get you ready for the C-section. And then they're like, Dad can come later.
Yeah, this was a scary part because they rolled her out, and then they like gave me. I still got the little white smock in the closet, but like they gave me my thing, so I got dressed, and I was like, bro, don't let it happen without me. So that's when I was scared. I was like, if they deliver this baby without me being in there, I'm gonna.
This is not a part of my birth plan.
Turn this mug up. So, anyways, proceed.
So before we go into surgery, Dr. McKelvey is like, what kind of music do you want? I saw on your birth plan you had music. What do you want? And I was like, I don't know.
90s R&B. All right. 90s R&B, bro. Tevin Campbell, Boyz II Men, who else? Drew Hill.
Anything but what we
Man,
got.
90s R&B. Something to vibe out to. Peep This, Jamie Foxx. Favorite album. Anyways, proceed.
So, they roll me in this room, and it is freezing cold. So I'm like already shaking because I'm nervous. Then I'm shaking because it's super cold in there. I look around and I see like lots of black people. So I was like, okay, so that made me feel a little bit better, right?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It made me feel better, but I was a little nervous because, you know what I'm saying? It was late, and I'm like, I don't know if y'all just got to work or... Never mind. I'm not trying to knock my people. Let me be quiet.
What? So anyway, I'm like, okay, I see 2 black ladies, like they're gonna be helping. Okay, I feel a little bit better. Okay, like y'all know what I mean by that. But anyway, so I go in, they turn the music on, and I hear, "This is how we do." 50 Cent
and
in the game. And I'm like,
which is one of my favorite videos.
that's not R&B.
I was like,
but at this point, I'm just like in and out because he gave me more medicine, so I'm kind of here, kind of not. So they get started, and he starts cutting, and doing the thing, and I'm like, I can feel this. Like, I feel every bit of this. So I look up because I'm like, I'm not asleep.
She was like in a daze. Like, the only way I can say it is that she was, what's a good way to say, like,
I don't know. But I felt it. I felt every bit of it. And I look above me to the right, and I see Bryce, and he's like looking down across the
No. That part. So that was at the end. So like, what happened was, all right. So wow.
No, wait. So then I look to this side, and it's the anesthesiologist, and he was like, "I can give you a little bit more."
This dude.
But I can't, because at this point I feel everything, and I just scream out. I'm like,
yeah, she did scream. It was like
that hurt.
A scratching, like a hurling scream, and
it hurt like crazy. So I'm like in tears, crying. And he's like, "I can't give you any more medicine. I've given you more than I should, like based on the state practice and all this."
We ain't gonna say what hospital, but anyway, so while he was doing that, like, she looked at me and she was like in a daze. So, all right.
Oh, she's
oh, she about to fall asleep. She just did the church nod. But so she's gone, right? So then my phone was dead. Right, I had Felicia's phone, and I had my Apple Watch. So my Apple Watch, of course, 3G. I can whatever. But anyway, so the Dr. McKelvey pulled the baby. He pulled Aria out the baby. He pulled Aria out. He was like, "Do you want to grab her?" So I get up, and mind you, Mama Penny's texting me or calling me at the same time. My mama's texting me and calling me. It's like everybody's calling and texting the phone, and Felicia's right there. Ari's right there, and I'm just like, ah. So then I stand up to get Ari, and the thing look at Ari, she's about to knock out. But what I did was I had when I reached over, like, they had like the sheet over her, and I looked down and I saw everything. And like, I cannot get that out of my head until, like, I just be asleep sometimes and just wake up because I see that, and it's crazy. But they handed me Ari, and I was the first one to hold her. And then like Ari, she didn't even cry. She just said, ah. I think she said daddy, but
she was probably a little drunk.
she came out, and then Felicia heard her. She said, "Is that Aria?" Like, her eyes were open. Like, Felicia's eyes were open and looking, but like, you could tell that she was like out of there. So she was like, "Is that Ari?" I
don't even remember this.
And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Ari." So then I get up, and he was like, "All right, do you want to go over there and take pictures?" So I'm like, Felicia's right there. They're like putting her back together. Ari's over there. So I'm just like trying to figure out what's going on. And then when she comes out, doggone Back That Thing Up is playing. And I'm just like, bro, please don't let this be an indication. Don't let this be an indication.
No, sir.
Like, bro, like, please no. But like, I'm like, and this was not like, we wanted 90s R&B. So,
we did. That's not what we got though.
But anyways, after that, because Felicia don't remember none of this, she was like out of there. They
I don't know if I passed out or if like the medicine put me
it
to
was
sleep,
like
or
she was
what.
knocked out. So what happened was they put her back together, and they put her back together, Humpty Dumpty. They rolled her into like the little room, and I had Ari, and Ari was just like, she wasn't crying or anything. She was just staying, like, just chilling and looking at me. And I was just like, all right, okay, cool. And I may or may not have dropped a little thug tear. You know what I'm saying? A little thug tear. But
so I wake up 45 minutes later.
Yeah, so it's just me. It's just me and Ari just chilling.
So I sit up. Now, mind you, this whole time, like, I hear them, but I can't open my eyes. Like it's like I can't wake up, but I'm trying to. So I finally like get enough strength to like open my eyes, and I'm like, where is she?
And I'm like, she's right here.
And he's like, here she is. So he like gives it to me, and I'm like, how long was I asleep? Like, what was going on?
Yeah, she was knocked out.
Yeah, that's that. But that was what was it? March 18th at 10:54 is what time she was born.
Yep, and an hour and 2 hours, like I said, our birth plan got thrown out the window. Thrown out the window. I know it's a couple people having babies soon, so it's cool to have your birth.
Be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared. But it's cool to have your birth plan, but always be prepared. Be prepared to get called. What's that? Called an audible, like when you switch to play. You know what I'm saying? Or get ready for the plan to change.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, so that's how our baby was born to back that thing up.
Back that thing up.
So now I'm like, I'm gonna play that at all of her birthday parties. Just to commemorate her birth. What y'all think? I think I should.
I don't think so.
But anyway, yeah, that was our birth story. It was crazy.
It was.
But after that was good. Like I had the best nurses. All right, y'all. So make sure y'all share, like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all. February 27th. We are in the hospital.
Ari, that's your mommy. That's you, Insider.
Hi, Daddy. They knocked out. They spoiling my baby already. Say good morning, world. It's time to eat.